Greetings to the crypto community. We are pseudo-anonymous. We are here to smash that like button. We believe this content needs to reach more people like you. We are watching. We are listening. Most importantly, we are liking and subscribing. We are pseudo-anonymous. Expect us.
None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold, digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold, digital dash on gold. Cash digital, 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 the dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 the cash digital, digital, the dash digital, run it up, digital, 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 digital. Stepping like Marty McFly, stepping I feel like the guy. I got them looking like why, I never doubted me why, I never doubted my guys. You know you in it for win, I stand on 10, you on 10. I don't have friends of a friend, only the fan of the kin. Only my wife and my kids, that's all I needed to win. Now I only trust my true friends, had to cut off my loose ends. You know I win if you win, you know you win if I win. I swipe that cash, don't fold, I swipe my bank on gold. Don't think that I've been dumb, I spend like I've been broke. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold, digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold, digital dash on gold. Cash digital, 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 the dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 the cash digital, digital, the dash digital, run it up, digital, 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 digital. Living my truth, no tricks. I'm trying to feed my kids. I'm trying to keep my way. I'm trying to live my life while we get rich. Mind my biz. Money gon' come, some go. Man, if you know, you know. I've been through highs and lows. Here for the ride, I go. Slide and roll. Up and down, but I get up. The numbers crunching, no sit-ups. I grew up and got dripped up. Purple label, my get up. That's 101, not a one and done. Month to month, and there's more to come. I told Cushy, let's run it up. Now it's millions on millions. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold, digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold, digital dash on gold. Cash digital, 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 the dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 the cash digital, digital, the dash digital, run it up, digital, 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 digital.
Damn, feeling lucky. How about my whole streets? Us two in these streets. Diamonds on my feet. Caught up in these talks. Circling my head top. Should've been more cautious. Now I got what I wanted. Many I've been here before. Made it out of 11 more. Like my phone CoinEx, so I can't stop. I want it all. Listen up, I'm calling you. I need you to tell the truth. Remember when you wanted to. Remember that I said was you. Turn around, eat your greens. When you fight, but you do real clean. Then you come to the bed and you love real dirty. It's everybody sweater drops, you're real keen. Bring let me get your juiciest piece. Can't remember when I've had the same please. The shops at the club never had no boundary. How's it gonna be? Wanna eat these centerpiece? Where we gonna go? You're gonna need these calories. Giving me a treat to refill these batteries. Then you only them on your knees, there's no way to dream. Ooh, it's sneaking up on you. There's nothing you can do. There's things about the boo. Sneaking up on you, there's nothing you can do. There's things about the boom. I lose control when you do it like that. Thank God you love when I go mad. Got you at the perfect time. I was like minds when we on the cardio. Bet you wanna peek, bet you wanna see something. We don't wanna give nothing. I'm a Gemini, she a Scorpio, but that don't cross the line when we on the cardio. Yeah, cardio. Yeah, like Super Mario. Yeah, when we on the cardio. When we on the cardio.
Check. Uno, dos. Uno, dos. Testicles. Testicles. 1, 2 testicles.
We do cardio. I run like Mario, cause stress likes the cardio. But that catches party on. I'm a Gemini, and she's a Scorpio. But that don't cross the minds when we on the cardio. Bet you wanna peek, bet you wanna see something. We don't wanna give nothing. I'm a Gemini, she's a Scorpio.
What?
But that don't cross the minds when we
Say it's not so.
And then one day he finally found the button and he finally pressed it. Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto Charts with Road Dogg. My name is Lane and I'm the captain driving this ship tonight. Everyone else is dead. Welcome to the stream, everybody, where you're catching me live or watching me later. I'm sitting here fumbling with buttons, just trying to get on track here. Interesting day in the market, wouldn't you say? Not really. Not really at all. It just kind of went down and then it went up and then it kind of went down a little bit. Bitcoinio, the big Papa Coin, Mr. Big Daddy himself, we've been tracking for a little while. Has been doing some very great things, can't deny that, but just broke this trend line. And you know, once it does that, I'm looking for down. Not like, oh my God, it's all over. Let's get out now while we can. Not that kind of down, but we got to change direction now. So it's either just a little bit of a correction we're going through. Could take us down to 48.30. We talked about this last night. Not new news. Was to a lot of some people today, though. They didn't see that coming for some reason. I don't know why. It is the weekend. No liquidity here. Retail's not here. Shoot, baby. What'd you expect? I've got a short open, but it's not really doing much of anything. Just hanging out there at like a negative 2%. We're just bored. Nothing going on. I opened that last night. They're just kind of hanging out. Don't think that I'm just negative on Bitcoin. I'm also, still working on this long over here. Still having profit on that little guy. Doing a little bit different strategy, a little layer in strategy for the long haul. A little bit. So don't get it twisted. I'm bullish overall. 1,250 wonderful people subscribing to this channel. A lot of you have bought Tangem wallets. Pretty cool. Good choice. And you use the word dog. Saves you 10%. Also, the SecuX wallet. This little guy right here, I was playing around with mine today because not only does it hold AIOZ, it also holds A-Star. Try to find an A-Star wallet somewhere. Move your stuff off. Just saying, got you covered there. Links in the description if these things help you out. If they don't, well, don't worry about it, baby. We're just hanging out. I don't charge for nothing. I don't try to show you no trading groups. I don't try to show you no expensive courses or any courses at all for that matter, other than the free ones I got here on YouTube called Chart School. Lay out the basics for you right there. Tried to be funny doing it. It's kind of painful for me to watch right now, but anyway. And without the face. Just watching for Bitcoin to go sideways or hopefully come down. She goes sideways. That helps our altcoins out. Hope you're taking advantage of that. But tonight, what we're really wanting to focus on are list is just in, hot off the press. A new list of altcoins that I've got to explore a little bit more. Look like they're getting ready to do something really bigly on the weekly time frame, which means that this could be really nice, profitable swing trade, possibly even a midterm hold trade on some of this coins. So we're going to take a look at that. Cover our grounds first. What we're going to do, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin on a big ass time frame because, well, you know, we need to. We're going to go to the MBT futures over here. We're up here and we're still there, and it's the weekend, and like, okay, coming to a different one, and it says the same thing. So, all right. Basically, we're above this. We're above the 618 Fibonacci. That's a little magical ratio that it's just Da Vinci used it to just find the most perfect point in the body. This is just the most perfect point in ratio. Just is the one of beauty, baby. I don't know how to explain it. Go watch that. What's that movie of Tom Hanks where he's running from the Vatican or something crazy? Yeah, go watch all that stuff. Let them talk about it. The golden ratio. Used in lots of things there. Also use it in trading here. It's at 48,649-ish. We hold that, we're kind of good. What I want to see is total 3, which has our altcoins. Sans Bitcoin. That means without Bitcoin. That's a fancy way of saying it. You say sans Bitcoin. But if you talk about it like I just did, then you just look like an idiot. So don't do that. But then you'll think, oh, what's this saying? Sans Bitcoin. Might I listen? I doubt that they would say that. But anyway, so here we're looking at total 3 market. I'm on the weekly here too. So we kind of broke trend line and we're trailing above it and going to the upside. It's resistance here. I mean, we got some sideways. We can still go up, but we got some work to do, people. So it's some ups and downs here, but mostly coming to the upside. Look at this juicy little green ball of pleasure right here that just printed itself on Market Cipher or BMC if you're too cheap to buy it like I am. Because this one's free. I'm just saying, it works really good. Stochastics, all the signs are pointing to the upside here on the weekly for total 3, and I like that. That's good. That means good things for us. Well, that means, oh boy, great joy. Look, 21 moving average crossing the 200 here on the weekly. That's something. Does this mean that we're going to take off like a rocket ship? No. This trend line's kind of putting a little damper on that. Raining on our clouds. At least they're telling us it's rain. I don't know. Let's come down to the daily time frame. We're good on the daily. We're good. We're above the non-moving average, total 3. We're doing good. Here's the problem area. This little guy up here. We should probably elongate him. He said elongate. He said elongate. Guys, if the little quirks and voices bug you, consider yourself lucky. You don't have to live with it. You don't have to live with it. But thank you for putting up with it. It's all part of being an INFJ personality, I believe. So, looking for prices to kind of go sideways just a little bit. We got a little up and down movements to work with. Let's just go ahead and move into the coins that look like they're going to really do something over the next week. We're going to look at these mostly on the weekly chart because it proves my point. I know, zilliqa. It looks like she has finally confirmed a bottom here. 1.5 cents, right? lovely shape that we've got going on here that's technically not confirmed. We were following this channel here. She broke to the downside of it. She's found her support there. She's ready to pull this move off now and go to the upside. Well, that's what we're looking at now. She'll get above this 9 moving average, reclaim that. Our indicators here are totally agreeing. Stochastic's already excited, half erect as it is. We got the little green ball down here on market cipher as money flow starting to come in, and when it flips green, that's just going to be beautiful. The thing that turned me on to it though was the MACD, that old lagging indicator, and when she finally flips bullish, you know she's a little late to the party, but it's always a good party when she shows up that way. So MACD is tipping me off that we got a good chance for a nice little move up to the uppies. Or zilliqa coming. How far could it go? Well, let's talk about it. Goodness gracious. Zilliqa, always, back down on these areas before. Under 2 cents. It's at 2.2 cents right now. When it started going, went to 8 cents, 13 cents, on it up to 20 cents, all the way up to about 26 cents, which is still a lower high than what she had before, if I'm not mistaken. And then she even had a double top. That was a little unexpected. This was in March of 2022. This was like after the bear market started. She ran back up for one last test, and it was just a godsend. We're going to take our measurement from that high. Fill out just a few little areas here. I also going to take this little guy. So that little purple candle right there. I can go with that. I like that. We got some confluence right here. That's a good area. I'm also going to measure just from this candle body right there. Okay. Well, I'm heading with the wick. Going with the wick right there. These are going to identify my areas below, which are great accumulation areas. Meaning that, and looking to the left, look at this support resistance flip. The resistance flip. Sir, have you been drinking? No. So off and to the left, it gives us that too. She's rounding out a little bit. You can see it more on the tops here than you can on the bottoms. It's kind of flat here on the bottoms. A little flatty bottom. She's getting ready to do something, folks. I'm just giving you a heads up. She's getting ready to move. And you can wait for a breakout of this if you like. 2.6, 2.5, 2.6 cents. Look for some volume to come in there to play it on the safe side. However, you want to do it. This is the 200 moving average that started showing up here on the weekly. Price should at least come up to that. We also got some confluence with our little Fibonacci trick we did there, the 236 Fibonacci. So the worthwhile target to shoot for, my personal opinion on this guy, is just right under 5 cents. And we're sitting at what? 2.2? Wow, that's almost a what? 2x? Yeah, easy kind of doubling possibly coming up as soon as we see that breakout. We talked about the pattern down here at the bottom, didn't we? Did we talk about it? He didn't talk about it? No, he didn't talk. Dang it, Road Dog. Possible Adam and Eve, and then once it breaks out of this horizontal trend line, if you will, confirms this little guy. We'll call that a neckline, but not only is it a neckline, it's also a support resistance flip area, making it a key level, so you pay attention to. Get above that, well, you can also take a measured move from hither to thither. Put the hither thither, put the left foot in, the right foot out, you put it all in, and you shake it all about, and it gives you about 5.7 cents as a target to shoot for once you see that pattern complete. I likes that. You likes that. I like it a lot. 5.7, which means that we got some gains of 120 to 140% just to get there. Plus, there's a lot more you could go for if you wanted to, because you're getting in at the bottom in the accumulation zones right now at these areas, which gives you mega gains if you hold it for like a midterm hold when we start reclaiming some of these other areas. We had big drops, ups and downs, meaning that we can come back here where we kind of had a little confusion right over here. probably get, that's a good area. We can pull a fib and even narrow it in, go trickle in some support and resistance lines. But we're basically talking about right about 9 cents from where we are now. That's a good 5x right there. I'm just saying. Not to mention if it gets back up to around all-time highs. Zilliqa is one that I do have. I've had it for a long time. I've got it staking because I know what she can do, and I did this last time too. And you can see a little turn into a whole lot when you buy at these areas. So throwing Zilliqa on your radar. The next one we're going to take a look at is CLORE. CLORE. Because she's getting ready to do something. Looks like she's getting ready to do something. I'm just telling you. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you. Yep. And we've been looking at this before, and now she's, well, I'm on the weekly here. We just don't have enough information, so we'll come down to the smaller time frame, come down to the daily. And you can see the excitement here on the daily. She's already been taken off, and we were looking at it down here doing this move, getting a target at 39, almost 40 cents. From there, though, there should be probably a pretty decent sell-off pushing prices down, so that's a good place to pay yourself on that one. From where we are to get up to there is still 88% gains a coming. If you were privy to our setup, which I don't know why. We don't have that. It's a 618 retracement here. And actually, it's even more perfect. I remember you now. If we come all the way back down to the bottom, we have fudging a little, but it seems to line up so much better. So I adjusted. And the AB equals CD move. We're just taking the whole width of that, the whole length of that. It's locked in there, baby. Oh, there we go. And I did get it all the way back down to the bottom there when I took the measure move. Last time I did it too. Bounce in and put that on top of the 618. Takes you up here to this, technically I think I got a cheat one. Negative 0.0382 fib. Ziz in that area. 39 cents. 39.9 cents to be exact. Where I expect us to go up to, now we're forming a nice scallop pattern here, which can get rejected where we are. Could come back down, could make a little flag there, making maybe not a cup and handle, but it could also, usually with a cup and handle, your best ones play out slowly and they'll come back up and actually close to being parallel. That's ideal to what you want to look for. And then a pullback, no more than 2/3 of the way back down. It could do that. It might just blast through. Who knows, man? We're not there yet. Let's wait and see what she does. But she's getting ready to do something. Look at this on the daily. Green dot on market cipher. Stochastics are up here. They can get pinned up here. They've been pinned up here for a while. Biggest thing is money flow starting to come to the upside. That is going to give it a nice big push there. I think Zilliqa had a little bit more of a stronger move, but this one's got a nice one too. It's just going to take, this one, the road could get a little bumpy as we move up there, if you will. ORAI looks good. Radiant's the next one on my list. RNDT. RDNT. Now I don't. Yeah, I do. No. Trying to decide if I have this or not. If I'm getting it confused with another one. I've been moving things around lately. I've also been pulling my capital out of some good projects as they go up to collect, so I have a bigger bag of dry powder when things go down. So far, that's working out well, and I can really see the advantage of that. It's been hard to do before, but after you get stuck without dry powder for so long, it finally gets through your head, man. Peel off a little bit on the way up, man, when you're feeling, hey man, my bags are up. That's the perfect time. As a matter of fact, that brings us into a special segment of today's show called Trading Wisdom, sponsored by Trading Wisdom Book by Big Chad, actually, who's a YouTuber and an author. He has a great story too, man, by the way, if you ever pay attention to him. But he's got a little book, and I splurged for it over on Amazon, and he talks about taking profits a little bit. Lesson number 28. This would just take a minute, but hey, it's wisdom. It can change, might be what you need to hear. So there. Do you need... Oh, I could hit commercial. I don't know. One or the other. One bad trade can eliminate 10 good ones. Cut your losers early and scale in properly into your position rather than jumping in all at once. Love it. You don't hear that often. You're always like, I'm going to jump in here. Well, my trade's going in the red. My trade's going in the red. But if you do this 3 times, so I don't. You see some, some things going on, but you rarely do you see people scaling in. I do, because I got tired of getting my butt kicked jumping in all in at one time. It just makes sense. You need some common sense. Sometimes common sense is here when we start, but then somewhere it goes out the window when we're listening to other people, and then we got to realize, oh damn, we can get back to our common sense. Managing your bankroll properly is critical to long-term trading survival and success. One of the first things that you should learn is how to scale in and out of your positions. What I recommend doing is taking a total amount that you wish to deploy and then divide that number by 3 or 4. Take that first tranche. Use the word tranche. That's so cool. I would never have thought of that word. Take that first tranche. Battle French, don't you think? And put it to work where you think it's a good entry will be. Then sit back and observe the action for a little bit. I think that first tranche should be right here. We're going to sit back and see what happens. And then you can add, okay, if the price moves back the way you expected, or you receive some sort of trend-changing confirmation, then you can add some more to the risk. So if it moves back here, okay. If it comes back here, maybe I can, if I'm still thinking, well, I've still got a trade here. If the price moves against you further and you still think it's a good entry, you can add some more there as well. So like down here, I really think this line should hold, but if it comes down here, add more. When you fire all the bullets at once, you are at the mercy of whatever happens next. Amen and amen. You no longer have the ability to react and adapt when new information comes your way. And this is easy. Even if you get this on spot, when you start trading futures, you get with that crazy leverage or any leverage really, it'll just bring this out more and show where you're kind of weak on things and need to tighten up your game. That's why I like the $100 to $10,000 challenge I got going on Bet Your Next. I'm just saying, throwing that out there. This concept should also be applied to profit taking, as we have discussed in an earlier lesson. Buying too early often leads to selling too late. There's another page, but we'll save that for another day. That's enough. Little doses of wisdom at a time. All right, let's get back in. And we were looking at Radiant, so what I just said right here actually would apply. let me clean this guy up. I'm looking to see for signs that this one is going to have a big move. So let me clear this little guy off for everything. Some of that's on this list I'm taking a closer look at. Now I'm just verifying whether it's true or not. The other ones I like. Zilliqa and CLORE I like. Here we go on this one. So far, I see a little trouble ahead, but overall, we're getting some duck lips happening. It's hard to see here on the lat. I generally like the duck lips. I like them really when they come close and bounce up. I like that even better, but we got some possible duck lips going on there. And we're on Radiant. Stochastics are starting to go to the upside. VWAP has got signs here on the weekly that we're getting ready to take a turn. Haven't yet quite got above the 9-moving average. When I see that, I will be a lot more convinced that, yeah, we got lots more upside. It is showing some nice signs here. Yeah, we could possibly have broken a trend line. We're going to come down to a smaller time frame now. See how accurate that might be. There we go. Looking for candle bodies to draw this line. Got one right there. Just kind of sets us up, catch these wicks and this area. So we are flirting with the underside of this trend line, which is a channel. Shut up. Look, see it? Yep, there she is. This is a big ass channel it's been in forever until it's not. All right, so on the daily, things are looking all right here. It's not good to be under here. The magical move that you would hope for is to get back in this channel and then really shoot up. That would be awesome. My job right now is to determine, is that a possibility with this kind of weird head and shoulders slanted one at that? Some people could read that as that. I'm not sold on it. I think it already played. I don't even think it was. Well, I was looking for Radient to be one of the possibilities. It's not really showing me the signs that I need to see yet. So, what? Check this out. Candle tops. Do you see this? It's setting up for something really nice. We're not there yet, though. We're not there quite yet. But if you're interested in the possibilities that this could be playing out, you could be front running. Not suggesting you do that. Where's the sign? I'm looking for my little instrument over here. Head and shoulders, dude. Here you are. She is not yet confirmed, so it's not the wisest to do it, but if you're a degen, you can't, that makes no sense to you. You're like, what do you mean? That's the best possible place. Look. So, inverted head and shoulder possibly here. It will not be partially forming here. Once it gets back up to this neckline area here, about 34 cents, and we hold that, that's going to be the trick. You could draw it like this and be a little harder, except and wait till you got to 37 and above to be a stickler on it. This is kind of a nice measure move to the upside. This, and remember, on 3-day time frame here, after confirming a breakup, suggests that this will go up to 47 cents, possibly even a little bit higher. We could even shoot for some confirmation on a swing low, swing high on our fib. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to shoot for this 886 area. Mark that as a little bit of confluence for that possibility. So we're going to put this one on our possibility. It's not like this one's going to get ready to explode that I can see just quite yet. But it does look like it does have a nice explosive action that's getting ready to set up for. And from where the breakout point up there, that's about 35% move. Taking Radient from 32. This one needs a little bit of time to cook. Blow. Flow's already set in motion here, breaking out of this flag, and we take the crazy measure move for it as a full flag. Adjust that just a little bit. Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, but you know, not where you were before. About $1.34 is where we're headed. Should be headed to a flow. We're at 93 cents here. We were at 79 cents right when we had our breakout. Looking for a possibility that it might come down to these lower areas. It did not. It continued in the flag and decided to break out with some volume, which is a great sign that maybe we're getting ready to do something, get some rejection here at the 200 moving average. When you kind of zoom out, you see that we're kind of in the bottom areas. Below this line here is accumulation. As soon as we get past that little line there and past that 200 moving average here, especially on this time frame, the 3-day, it's off to the races. That's about $1.06 there. I do expect price to, however, it does work its way back up to hit its level here. It could get rejected there, and then look, it kind of makes a nice big bathroom wall pattern there, inverted head and shoulders pattern there. Well, that could lead to some more upside, and that would give us some strong confluence that this area, which specifies another accumulation level that we got to get past, $2.33. So that's really where I'm seeing us moving to, is $2.33. So I'm liking what I'm seeing here on flow. Now, if you're not in flow and would like to be in flow, you might have a shot as she pulls back, because it does look like she may try to do that. Keep an eye on this trend line, because otherwise we're in this pattern, which can do some damage. If she gets a bounce off the bottom of that trend line, she'll be targeting the top of this trend line wherever it may fall, and that angle is pretty steep. But losing this trend line, we would be coming back down to these areas, previous support areas too. Right around 81 cents. Sometimes I just like to pull a big old Fibonacci and just shoot for that 1618, because it usually coincides with a moving average and a line of support resistance there, meaning that I got three little things saying this is a good target right here. And if I get three yeses and a go, then that's what I go with, and it usually plays out fairly well. So she might come back down there, she may not. She may just bounce off this trend line at 91 cents and work her way up. But eventually, if you're playing this one for the longer haul, 134 and also 234. Lots of bigger targets in my personal opinions, which could give some gains. Where we are now, that's 152%. Up to $1.34, that's 42%. Not bad. Sinverse looked kind of interesting. She's been moving lately. We follow that one here on the channel. I've had a few videos out on this one. She's been looking juicy. She's got her little retracement here. Let's don't want to lose it. Well, whatever. See, she looked pitiful there for a while. It's coming all the way down until that one day she decided to break out of accumulation. Where was that accumulation? It was that level. Right, yeah. Isn't it amazing at 236, and look, it nailed under here. So support. Fibs can tell you lots of things. Read the fibs. Fibs are also telling us from a swing low to swing high that we're bouncing off just the area we reclaimed the 618. We're set up to go to a nice higher area up here. That's 2.5 cents. This area right here, though, we want to mark that because you had some problems with it. 1.3 cents. Might get a hiccup, but getting past that area would be a good sign. Indicator wise, on the weekly, you got the blessings here. The old green dot, stochastics headed upside, money flows heading upside. It'll be a lot better the more, and when it finally gets into green, that's when we're going to really see this one start to do some stuff. And right now we're in the beginning stages of this one making its move to the upside. Still working its way out. Well, no, we should be. Yeah, we're still within the accumulation range right now on this one. Yeah, actually, this line, I know I got it drawn on the underside of there, but I'm just going to go ahead and put it on my Fibonacci there. That shows me that this all through this is just, you know, accumulation zones. Translating that if you're trying to do this long term, these are the best places to buy the closer you can get to the bottom here. I don't think we're going to be going back to these bottoms anymore. It's pretty much in this upper range now. And as always, I'm looking at right about, as always, as far as the level I'm choosing here with this fib strategies, the 618, just right under 4 cents there. We're sitting at 1.1 cents. That's a good, nice 3x. You guys don't know what that project is? Check it out. It's a gaming project. Very cool. Like Grand Theft Auto, but with blockchain elements and NFT plays and their own metaverse, actually. It's really cool. MYRIA is getting hot, but not hot enough for me to find it right off. Shout out to everybody that's hanging out with me tonight, man. I know I saw Dave P in there and Strega. Ah, there's Strega. Haven't found one for Dave P quite yet. How's it going, guys? And we got not a member, Jay Yebby. Hey, welcome to the stream, man. Charge is blocked by trade. Oh, man. Thank you for that. And I'm sorry it took so freaking long for me to find it. I can see everybody left. One of these days, I'm going to have to... I'm still a noob. I still do stupid stuff. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, though. Bro, the chart. Take all the back off the chair. Can't see it. Right to his face. Yeah, what'd you see? Ah, that's a look of horror. Life of a YouTuber wannabe, I guess. One of these days. Did we look at NAKA? I can't remember if we looked at NAKA or not. But anyway, for NAKA, looky here. I've actually nibbled some more in on this one at these crazy prices just to catch this. I think this one's going to do it. I'm looking. You're already in the green here. Money flows in the green. Everything's pointing to the upside here on the weekly. This is not crossed yet, so it's a little bit front running to do this right now. I'm just saying, but she broke out. So I'm locking that. This is not a trend line. That's just a measure move. And we're looking to get up to these areas around 291, 284, right through there. I'm seeing us go for NAKA. Also, this 220 area that to make a higher high, that's coming up pretty soon. That'll be an area where we'll have to kind of struggle through just a little bit. But I'm seeing that she's ready to make her next big overall move. Since we came up here, we retraced. It's time to shoot for, you know, bigger targets, higher grounds. It sounds crazy now, but 374 should be on the roadmap for nakamotogames. So I just couldn't resist just nibbling in just a little bit. And so what I'm doing for a trade, I've got a bag of this that I'm holding, and I just don't want to sell that. But I also want to trade this too. So we talked earlier when I had the book up on the screen that ended up nobody being able to see anything else that I put on, sadly. I've just got some limit orders layered, and if they get hit, they get hit. They get filled, and if they don't, well, they don't. I've already took a little nibble, and I'll just ride that. But that's how I'm playing this to build I'm building a new bag of this. So I've got my investment bag that I'm not touching on this, because I got in like 30 cents. So. And I felt like I was buying the top. I tell that story a lot. I felt like I was buying the top, but layering in is what I'm doing now. And if I catch it, I catch it. If I don't, whatever. But see how she is, see how she's starting to round over a little bit. She's getting tired a little bit. She broke her trend line, so I'm looking for her to pull back before she pulls up to the upside and trying to build a little bag. So right now, short term, I'm looking for NAKA possibly pull back on this a little bit. And I'm going to take advantage of that. We broke out of this. Perfect time for it to come back for a retest. And what am I on, the 6 hour and on the 4 hour? A lot of times when you see the 100 crossing the 200 moving average, sometimes you will see price actually pull back toward it. And that's what I'm hoping for. MYRIA. Hey, look at all the cool people that stayed in the chat. Still here. Didn't run away when I did my stupid move. Hey, we got Grizz. What's up, Grizz? I gotta look over, make sure I take everything off the screen. Turn that trading wisdom off. Stricker says, I'm addicted to OP futures. Is it working for you? Let's take a look at OP. That's how OP's doing. I got into some really good arbitral moves on Fairdesk. And I think I took profit on most of them, but I got in really cheap. So OP, I'd say, these are some nice patterns to trade, man. When you can find the megaphone patterns or the broadening wedge. Actually, that's a lot easier to say in it. That broadening wedge. Or opening broadening pattern, as it was what's called by Bukowski. Yeah, were they broaden out and bounce between the rails there, man? Yeah, those are awesome. Especially if they start doing this rounding. Yeah, maybe. And then one day it's going to just blast to the upside. I likes it. Crypto Risk says chart ace fusionist gameplay. Ace. Oh, don't get me American Ice. I'm not getting out of bed. And if that commercial rings a bell with you, then let's keep it a secret. Just don't tell anybody that you even know what I'm talking about. Well, that one goes back a while. So Ace is breaking out of accumulation, in my opinion, and a good chance he'll come back and test that area at $9.65. Probably will, just to make sure it's on solid ground to move to the upside. And that's what I would move for. Of course, on the daily time frame here, we can bump over to the 4 hour to see if it might do it. Looks like she already did it once, may not do it again. I had to see what we got going on here. Well, we got that tradable pattern that we were just talking about on the 4 hour, saying bounce on here, wanting to go to 1235, and that sounds awesome. We're at 1063 right now. This idea coming back to 965, it might be there, you know. We'll paint it orange to say it could happen, but it looked like you already got bounce here, baby. Look like we already flipped that. We moving on. Sorry, you too late to the game. That's why it's always good to come with the smaller time frames to get more information, to kind of snail it, snipe it. Because this pattern says, man, I'm getting ready to take you on a ride. I'm getting ready to rock your world. So, wow. Your targets, my friend, would be right up here about $12.25 if you want to go that route. I would highly recommend that you do not exit your position. Just keep thrusting forward until you reach 1342. But my friend, if things really get heated and get excited, and you make your moves up and you make your moves down, and you're riding that wave for all that it is worth, I suggest that you highly hold on until you reach the climax of $15.15. And I know that sounds crazy, but as you just keep humping forward and going and going and going, you will at some point hopefully reach your destination with great joy and excitement, and just shouting and just burst forward on your portfolio as we slowly go from $10, 12 to 13 to 15. It looks pretty good here on the 4 hour time frame, although do expect 1342. It may be hard to press through that. I was saying it may get so good right there, you may have to say, yeah. Let's take a little session and we come back. It looks pretty good. Wing is one that was looking kind of interesting to me on the weekly time frame. Shoot, she looked pretty good. Whatever time frame we just left. Winga-linga ding dong. As I've just decided to call it. I'm looking for a channel, and I think I just found this one. This part kind of sucks breaking out of it, but it does respect it. Seems like it's holding on to that. Do I see something? That's a wild wick, man. It wicked up to $62 in 1 week. From like $6 to $62, and then just lost it all and came back to 21 and slowly went down. Weird. I mean, just flat out weird. There's no way to deny that. I can't trust that wick. So we can come back to this one in March of 2021. We also come down to our bottoms here. That looks like a great target, in my personal opinion, 1979 for Wing. But I wouldn't rule out $47 in case they do something crazy like that again. Who knows? What'd I just do? So $19, definitely can see that coming in. That was an area where it hung around for quite a while too. Just putting it on the radar as money flow is now starting to come in. When that flips green, oh man, follow that money and see where it goes. And we're duck lipping here on the weekly saying, oh no, I'm not going to the downside. I fooled you. And it looks like she's trying to do that as these moving averages are getting tight, as they say. They're crossing, that's what I look for, and flipping to the upside. Respecting this trend line right here. Bouncing off of that above the non-moving average on the weekly. I see good things for this one. She's just it's like we're at the bottom and now we're deciding to flip it, make higher highs, higher lows, going bullish. That's what I'm seeing for Wing. Say she could do some serious damage in my personal opinions. 122%. Are you over here? While I'm doing this, I'm also trying to whatever is available on spot on Bit Unix here. I don't have my CoinEx account pulled up, so nope, Wing is not there. Was Radiant? Radiant's there. I'm gonna star that little guy. Zilliqa, I'm pretty sure Zilliqa's not there. MATIC was also looking very interesting to me too. You could say that MATIC. Are you doing some kind of weird hidden shoulders? Come back over to TradingView and look at MATIC Network. On the weekly, she was looking interesting to me. Got some earlier analysis here that we were looking at. Targets. Major fib levels there. Got a range identified. Let's can't remember when I did this. Let's take a look and see what we got now. Swing low, swing. Swing guys, swing low. Alright, there we go. So to me that explains why we're having such a problem here, because we're trying to break out of accumulation, but man, when we do, I think that'll be a nice move out of MATIC. Here we go with our indicators here. Got a weekly green dot. That doesn't happen very often. When it does, it's usually good. Stochastics headed to the upside. Money flow to the upside. All the signs are headed to the upside there. Let's look at the MACD. Another case of duck lips. We should call this the duck lip episode. And seeing that on the weekly, yeah, I'm seeing a nice big move coming. We're above the 200 moving average here. which is where we need to be bullish. And we got a nice big candle, weekly candle. MATIC went from 80 cents all the way back up to where? Sitting at 89 right now, getting a little pullback, letting us try to get in on this little guy. 100 moving average, keeping an eye on that. Don't want to see it cross negatively over the 200. Looks like it can curve around here before we head into this green Ichimoku cloud. It'll be a slow play for this one, but I think it's a good one. I think she's just finally moving out of accumulation here to make her way upwards. And what is that, $1.92 out of MATIC? Yeah, baby. Sounds crazy until that one day when you're like, holy crap. Because my fibs don't lie. My Secura fibs don't lie. Oh, baby, why you shake like that? Please don't sing anymore. Oh, baby, the way you draw like that. And now if you wanted to go crazy on your little patterns ideas, it's not very solid, really. Got two. I'm counting it as 2 touches. I know technically there's more. There's 2 candles. There's more than 2 candle touches. But 2 points there. It did have a nice little area here at the breakout. Don't see the volume that I would want for that. Not seeing a lot of confluence for that. I like confluence. What about this one? Does this fit better? Oh, it does fit better. Look at that. I'm rocking with this idea. Even though it cuts through that, I don't care. I'm rocking with this one. If we get a breakout to the upside of that one, that'd be cool. Why are you talking this way? Don't know. In a world where people talk with scratchy voices, lies a lone YouTuber drawing lines on the chart, trying to predict where the future may go. Price action on MATIC. So I'm rocking with this channel idea. But I know, it doesn't make any sense. It does, you can play it this way, but we don't have enough breakout. We don't have enough volume here. It makes me kind of question that whole idea, right? Like, we're kind of missing some information. And also, you got a higher high over on this one. I mean, really, honestly, if you play it like it's supposed to be with what you actually got to play with, it gives you a crazy pattern that you say, man, that can't be. That's just, no, there's no way that this is right, because we can't be doing this. We can't actually be doing this. That may look a little extreme, going from candle bodies to candle bodies. I'll give you that, although I will not say that won't play out. That could very well play out. But let's be a little bit more conservative and go from wick to wick. That gives us a nice little range to kind of play with, doesn't it? Kind of gives us a little confluence for these areas up at $4. We know MATIC can do it over time. But as soon as she breaks out of this area right over here, I think you're about to see a little bit more of a stronger move. So waiting until we get above 93, 94 cents. Holding that. I think it might be coming from MATIC. Polygon, if you will. Terra. This is one that Tokenmetrics really liked, and it seems like it's been, it's had some good moves, and then it's, just kind of done some crazy stuff. Just kind of got boring on us. Was exactly what they like to do when they're in accumulations. Don't be fooled. It's a very psychological game. She's just now starting to break out of this accumulation zone. I think she's doing it for real this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4 cancels that one out. Makes this just a big old giant one for a big shoot up to a number 3. I'm talking all of that crazy Elliott talk's what I'm doing right now. So we're looking at going to 27, 28 cents, and then we're going to shoot for 73 right there. If I want to spread a little hopium, something long range to shoot for 15.2, but I mean, like I said, that's just shooting for the hopium. What I'm liking about this one's on the daily chart, man. We bounced off the 200 moving average, reclaiming the 100 moving average. So we got both of these big heavy hitters headed right in the right direction, which is going to pull all the lighter ones, the 50, the 21, and the 9, in that direction, also shooting us up higher from making a higher low to therefore make a higher high. What will that higher high be? Well, if I had to take my guesses, I would draw a trend line right there to tell us just how high we can go. And we're talking like 35 cents just by doing that alone. Taking our measure move, putting it there where we bounced, and it also gives us a little bit more confluence that this area right around 27, 28 cents would come into play. I kind of like my odds if I'm trying to get in to a move to make some money. Now, do I have Taraxa over on Big Unix? We know we got MATIC. Do we have MATIC? Do we need some MATIC? All right. Here's one that you probably didn't expect me to talk about. Called JASMY. I know. Supposedly all the coins are out in circulation. I don't know all the deals about that. A lot of people do follow this coin. It's got a lot of people like it. I really didn't pay any attention to it until I saw something on the charts that kind of made me think, hey, you look like you're getting ready to do something, JASMY. And you know what it was? It was duck lips. JASMY's got some duck lips going on the MACD here on the weekly chart, saying, I ain't going to the downside. I'm getting ready to pull one on you, baby. I'm going to make it memorable. You're going to remember my name. My name be JASMY. Yeah. Taste it on your mouth when you say it. JASMY. She's very confident right now, is all I got to say. Money flows definitely coming to the upside. Everything's pointing to the upside. They're just pointing up to the sky, all happy. This one is a work right here, man. Look at that nice rounded bottom right there. JASMY is no doubt a stripper coin, or a stripper. I don't know why I said she's do. It's the name, I guess. It's got to be the name. Jasmine Rhodes. So we could look at this trend line, little bit of volume here, not much. Rounded shapes here. So we can look at it that way. Sure we can. Also look at this horizontal, and then we got this little double bottom scenario coming on. We like the double bottoms. Remember the double bottoms? All right. I just got to ask. Ask with the K. How come when I leave this one up, nobody bitches, but when I leave this one up, everybody fills up my chat? I'm just wondering. Is there a reason for that? This one has more Fibonacci curves. Is that what it is? I mean, if that makes that's a mathematical answer. I can go with that if that's your answer. So we've already kind of mapped out this double bottom possible scenario because we see into the future over here. Because that's what we do, man. Projecting that is not confirmed, but if it does confirm, that means it gets back up to 8.0083 cents to this line. Well, we got a measure move take us up to 0.0136, and from where we are now, that's 125%. Makes me think I looked at this recently or something, right? When did I draw this? That looks kind of juicy to me. I'm just saying. JASMY, and you're over here, right? That's the weekly time frame. Let me check you out on the 4-hour. JASMY, a little above the 200 moving average over here on the 4-hour. See how these moving averages, all 5 of them, have spread out, but they're in perfect order. And now we're doing what we do in trend lines. We bounce, we go from the 9 to the 21, and when that doesn't hold, we bounce off the 50. I'm trying to regain them. 4 hour, got the little green dot here. Things head to the upside. Yep. And I got me some JASMY in this. So I'm going to take me a nibble of some JASMY. Oh, I did MATIC. I'm a proud owner of MATIC now, as far as I forgot to. It's that easy to screw this up. It's that easy to screw this up. It's a small account. So I'm going with some small balances. Actually, I could probably trim some things out and take some profit over here too. I'm on spot, right? Come on, baby. Let's go. Oh, yeah, because we're up over here. Oh, we've had some targets to hit because I've got some more money there. So we got some JASMY in. Hell, I think we had some before. Taking a look at Spell Token over here. What we got going on? 3-day. Am I staying in this one? Are you doing anything for me? Are you making some... I've already got my orders set. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna let you stay. Alright, it's okay. Render is the one I was thinking about earlier. That's what I was getting confused with. Radient. I don't have Radient. I do have Render. Render is looking kind of interesting here, I think, too, on the weekly. Look at Mr. Render. Now, she is at a high right now, 565, whatever. You know, we're kind of at the top of this trend line. You might even see it as a rising wedge, and it could be. No, they normally break to the downside. But when they do break to the upside, they go parabolic and could be looking at 10 or 11 cents out of, or $10 or $11 out of Render. If we see that happen, and it looks like it wants to try to do that. Money flow is definitely coming in on the indicators. All these indicators are pointing to the upside. Everything I see here is really, really strong on the weekly. You got the Ichimoku cloud being real small, spindly, way away from price, under it, nowhere near price. Did we see the duck lips on the MACD? There is a small amount of divergence here, bearish divergence, but as price goes up, it can negate that easy, not a no biggie. I see some good things like a stronger move coming for Radiant, or for Render here. We had this area support resistance flip right here. If she gets rejected out of this trend line, like you can see her coming down, but man, I'm just not seeing it. I'm actually looking for her to do something. Just watch. Just watch. If you're already in it, then you've done the smartest thing. You've already got in it a while back. And if you are, just watch it, because you may be getting ready to do something freaking huge. And if you're not in it, well, man, you're kind of buying at the tops, but it's a risky play. I'm mostly talking to people, if you've already got a bag of this and everything, yeah, you're going to see a nice payday when you hit $10. If you're just now in it, maybe you trying to FOMO the top. You might be able to do it, but you might land on your ass too. Just saying. ORAIchain. This little guy. This little guy. This little guy. $11, $16. Coming. I know it's a sloppy chart. But she's doing some things. ORAIchain. Respecting that trend line. right above the 9-moving average. Ain't got nothing bad to say here. On the weekly, look what's happening with these stochastics. This is our stochastics. This is our stochastics when they're sad. This is our stochastics when they see a hot woman. This is our stochastics when they turn their head. They come up, and then this is the stochastics when their wife sees them looking at that hot woman and slaps them silly and makes them come back down again. It's a revolving cycle. Money flow is coming to the upside too, man. Not yet in the green, but when it gets there, baby, hold on to your hat. ORAIchain going to do something wild. Several different ways that you can look at this. One of the ways that makes the most sense is as a falling wedge that's very shallow, which according to Thomas Bukowski's are some of the best ones to ride for the best moves to the upside, getting us back up to these areas about $15. You might even see, you know, some kind of weird looking thing that doesn't really have a solid neckline. For me, call this an inverted head and shoulders, but either way, I digress. We got some nice rounding shapes here, possible triple bottom idea, leading us to some more upside. This guy is in accumulation, going to break out of accumulation, going to do some big ass numbers and get back to some areas that it has not been into for a while. And I am looking for $36 and $46 out of this little guy over some time. ORAIchain, if it's not on your radar, it should be on your radar because it's a bitchin' project. Comp, I know, a little boring one on Ethereum, that little comp thing. At some point, comp takes off from these prices that we're at now. It was here before, right? And then she went all the way up to like $800. So I'm just saying, catching comp somewhere around $50, where it is now, like 58. Been down in our buy zone, down like 35. This is bottom accumulation. We're still here. Where the whales are buying, where the Wyckoff accumulation is going on. You could argue we got our spring right here, made that lower low. And now we're starting to work our way back out at this, starting to head back up to $98, $94 over time. When she moves, I mean, the accumulation is hell, but when she breaks out of accumulation and starts moving, that's when there's very little resistance. Start getting up into these dollars, you know, these 3-digit numbered prices. One of the biggest things to look at on this one on the weekly, in my personal opinion, is how this money flow is starting to come up and has not yet gotten to the green. So kind of front running it. Oh, you sneaky little degen. Yeah. I front run it. I'm just telling you, I'm going to ride this little baby up. And green dot, all the signs are go here on the weekly. Baby, watch me do something. Where's our 9-moving average? Because when you're above the 9, you're doing just fine. And she's been holding it, getting across to 100. Good buy signals are coming across for comp. Just saying, my personal opinion. 100 just crossed the 200 here on the 4-hour. That's, and when when that happens, what happens? Price usually dumps down on a lot of things. It's just something to, you're trying to look for that little pullback. Yeah. So 100 crossed to 200. Take a chance, might get hit. Has a good chance. Right now. Comp in the last 4 hours has been very, very strong to the upside. Me likes it. We complain you didn't leave it. Ocean Protocol. You guys got Ocean? I don't have any, but it's looking good. I wish I got some earlier. Oh, wow. Look at you. All right, let's zoom out. We've looked at it before, even threw it out as a trade setup. Remember this falling wedgies? The falling wedgies? Let me move my little thing out of the way here. Come here, price point target thingy. Look what's getting hit. These crazy fibs that I say, hey, that sounds crazy until that one day. And I'll put this little extra one on there for good measure. 71 cents. Just saying. So now we're at actually kind of a make or break point, because remember this trend line here? Yeah, this main trend line that we lost? Well, now we're retesting that hard and heavy. And technically we've kind of done it. I want to take it up to this wick though. I know it cuts through over here, but so the question I guess now is, are we going to get rejected here at 72 cents and come back down and maybe retest 55, fly through all of that and have to go on some kind of slow ass trajectory? It's going to take forever to go anywhere. Or are we going to do a ballsy move like we've seen some of these others do, and where it comes up here, flips that, and then just goes to the moon like at $1.24? That's what I'm looking for. I don't know what it's going to do, but I'm looking for one of those two scenarios. And if I had to guess, if I had to guess, I would say follow the money flow. Because here on the daily, we just flipped green. So I think she's going to try that. The Ichimoku cloud over here doing exactly what it's supposed to do, saying, I got your back, girl. Go ahead. I got you. No, go ahead. For real, for real. You fall, I catch you. You're good. You good. You do it. That's what we're saying. So Ocean looking pretty hot at even at 68 cents. I know, it's crazy. ORN. Orn. Look at that. Pretty cool for the days, right? Dang. You're late to the party talking about this one, ain't you? Possibly. I just know that on the weekly, she's already had confirmed duck lips, so if you're wondering what duck lips could look like, they look like that. They have a tendency to play out with a big old candle. I'm just saying. Just like Orn did here and has been doing on the last 7 days. EO duck lips. She's getting ready to pull back though. She needs to. She's kind of reached her high. But if you're interested in Orn, want to get into Orn, $104, $125 or some groovy areas to try to shoot for to get back in on this one before she starts taking off and doing this crazy stuff again. Don't know if he'll make it to 104, to be honest with you. It's a little bit below this little area over here. But let's think about it for a moment. What are you saying, Road Dog? I'm saying, think about this. You get in at this around $1.04 if you can do that. She comes back up to $3.77, comes back up to $7 or $8, comes back up to an all-time high of like 29, goes to makes a new high of like 38. And you're like, I don't understand how to make money in crypto. Well, you buy the bottoms, which look like this. Look like this. And actually getting in around here would be a smart play, because when it starts getting out of that rounded shape and breaking into higher highs and higher lows, that's when people come in, and that's why you see them spike up so much at the end of accumulation, because they're getting ready to ride it to the upside. So I think this was definitely worth putting on your radar. We're in the last stages of that on the week. I'm not saying buy now. We're looking at this on the bigger time frames. We got a little bit of time. But too much. Beat and buy it as cheap as you can. If that's what you're trying to do with Warren. She looks like she's getting ready to do something. I'm throwing it on the radar. Do we have a Warren over here? We got Ordy. Why are you not checked? Ordy's at $68. That's kind of cool. And here's one that, I'm surprised I'm talking about, but this is ApeCoin. Let's take a look at that one, because I was seeing something on ApeCoin over here. Yeah. This is the MACD. So it's starting to continue to the upside there. We didn't get the duck lips, but got some nice things heading to the upside here too. It's looking a little bit promising on the weekly chart for Ape. Got some areas over here about what, 3 to 350. Slippy. See if we got anything here. Yeah. I think this one's going to have a struggle, but she's at, in my personal opinion, this is probably a good place to, like if this is your coin and you love this coin, I'm going from the swing high right here, where it came down to a bottom, went back up to a top, or she dropped further. That's how I'm identifying where I'm pulling my fib from to get our accumulation zone. So we're still under there in accumulation. Breaks out above that, that would be a good sign. If it gets above 186 and holds that, if you want to be a little conservative and you're trying to get back into this one, that would be a nice confirmation going to the upside. Right now you front run it, which may be a genius move, but it could go against you and it could come back down to $1 before she goes up there. Just trying to throw that out. If Ape is your coin, not one of mine. I think I still got a few from way back that I know are way negative. But that's what I see for ApeCoin, and then it can start heading its way up to $3.31, and then make its way back up to around $5.80 something cents. So Ape looks like it's showing something promising. I don't know, for the next few months here on the weekly time frame, that she's getting ready to start moving to the upside. All right, guys. Shout out to Dave P. Hey, we got Trade Intuition. Hey, there's Joe from Trade Intuition. How's it going, Joe? Joe had a live stream, I guess technically it was yesterday, almost yesterday. But Joe's doing some live streams. Check out him. He likes to explain. He explains things very well. Good person to follow on YouTube. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. It is 11:48. Go ahead and cut this stream short. We actually covered a lot of coins, man. More than I usually do in this time. Easy to let time get away from you. I think you experienced that, Joe. It will. It'll go away from you when you're doing something that you like to do. All right, guys. I'll see you again tomorrow night. Trade carefully. And if you're doing what I'm doing, I don't know. I'm paying myself right now. I'm peeling off those profits, baby. Not all of it, but I'm peeling off my little bits. So when we get a big pullback coming up in the future, I've got money for it. All right. And I think it's just a good time with these numbers being up right now, but I do expect them to continue. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow night.